Busy parents, listen up because I want to welcome you to another episode of the Fit Parent Podcast. It is your favorite online fitness coach and your host, Tyler Porto. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about it's more stressful trying to lose weight than being overweight. It's more stressful trying to lose weight than it is being overweight. All right. This is going to be a good, I'm going to dissect this. I'll explain what this podcast is about. But before we jump into it, I do want to thank you for listening. I'm sharing this podcast. Now, the ask of the podcast is very, very simple. If you get any value, you enjoy, you get inspired, and it motivates you to change. Or maybe someone you know needs to hear this podcast today, because I'm telling you, somebody does, okay? Then please share it with your friends, your family, your coworkers, your neighbors. I don't care, all right? I do not run any paid ads in this podcast. It's all grown word of mouth. Guys, how is everybody doing today? How is everybody doing today? And I'm producing these podcasts live now. You can find them on my Facebook. You can find them on my YouTube channel. Only thing that it's not necessarily going to be on is actually Instagram. That's the only place, and TikTok. But you can also you check out my YouTube channel. It's the same as my Instagram username, which is Tyler Porto _IF. I have roughly about 95 subscribers on YouTube right now. It is growing. I've gained about 25 followers in the last week or so. So I'm excited about that. So you can subscribe to my YouTube channel. I post a whole bunch of reels and things like that, or what they call as YouTube shorts. But without further ado, I really want to dissect this. I really do, because I had to drop a client today. And guys, I did a live within my community, my VIP group, and just like being straight up, because honestly, that's I'm like a no BS type of coach. I'll show empathy, but other than that, you cannot come to me with excuses, because one of the questions that I have every single client, we have every single one of our clients sign. All right. The thing that we post is, all right, you can't leave excuses. Excuses at the door. You can't bring the excuses. And whenever you start bringing that to me, I'm not going to accept it. I do not accept excuses. So with that being said, I'm kind of a hard ass. I mean, I'm straight up. It's like I show empathy. I'm nice. I can be nice, but ultimately, you can't tell me anything. You can't tell me. You can't bring up these excuses. You can't tell me, because I've been through a lot. I still go through a lot, right? But I still overcome every obstacle that I'm faced with. Okay, not saying that you're going to have ups and downs. We all experience ups and downs. But I don't put up with excuses. So I had to let go of a client today, and with that being said, this is the one thing that was said. The reason why I had to let her go, because first of all, she wasn't doing much. I'm not going to drop her name, but she wasn't doing much. Okay, straight up, she wasn't participating. She wasn't following the plan. Just bringing up a lot of excuses. Wasn't following the meal plan that I had set forward. Wasn't working out. Wasn't exercising. Wasn't making time for herself. And I was tired of it. All right. So pretty much they came back to me, and guys, you know me. All right. I got kids. My oldest, 6 years old, it's only going to get busier as my kids get older, by all means, but I'm still going to make time for myself. All right. So here's the excuses. Here's the excuse that I got. Kids games are not just one a day. They're out of town, usually Friday to Sunday, because it's summer ball. I get that. And then they just travel a lot. They do a lot of traveling. And so this is what they said. I wish everything didn't sound like an excuse, but that's what most people say. They tell me I don't want to make it sound like an excuse, or it sounds like an excuse, or it's not an excuse, but for me, it's more stressful trying to lose weight than being overweight. I want that to sit with you. It's more stressful trying to lose weight than being overweight. All right? Straight up. That's the answer that I got. It's more stressful trying to lose weight than being overweight. And this kind of hit me. I mean, I'm like, are you kidding me? No, it's not. Being overweight, being out of shape, now that sucks. Right? And whenever someone tells me that, Whenever someone, like in this specific instance, then they told me that, like, it's not that important to you. That's all it is. You don't, like, your health isn't important to you. Because if it was, you would make time for it. And here's the thing, like this specific person, they would bring up, oh, a kid's summer ball is Friday to Sunday. Okay, I get that. All right. And first of all, it's not like most T-ball games, it's usually Friday evening, or you have to start leaving Friday evening because most people work on Friday during the day. Okay. So it's Friday evening through Sunday. But what are you doing those other days? What are you doing Monday to Thursday? You're mean to tell me that you can't exercise, you can't make time to work out at home even, right? You can't make time to work out for 30 minutes at home Monday to Thursday? You can't do that, right? It's not that you don't have time for it. It's not because your kids' ball games are popping up. You just don't care, right? And that's the thing, guys. That's the thing. Like if it's not for you, then it's not for you. Don't kid yourself. Don't try. Don't. Especially, like I said, I'm not afraid to let my clients go. I'm really not. Like if you're not into it, then it's time to get out, because I'm going to replace you with somebody that wants to get results, because I know firsthand my program works without a question. All right, without any hesitation, I know my program works if you follow it, just like anything else, right? So that's what kind of drove me. I wanted to talk about like this podcast and just kind of really like dig in deep. You got to stop making excuses. If you want to reach a certain level when it comes to your health and fitness, you got to stop blaming on your kids. Stop doing that. It's not your kids' fault, because you're going to resent them as they get older. Oh, well, your mom was fat because you wanted to play sports. Really, mom? Really, mom? That's the reason why? Like, I'm harsh today, guys. I'm sorry. All right. I'm being straight. I'm sorry. This may hurt your ears, but I just want to be straight up because I'm tired of hearing it. And maybe like if this podcast drives you, I want you to shoot me a message, because I'll do more like this, because I love talking this way. I love coming with the fire. I love giving that tough love, because some people need to hear that. Some people need to stop making excuses and blaming their kids as to why they're overweight. It's not your kids' fault. Your kids aren't feeding you. You buy your own food. You pay for your own bills. Right? God, it gets me. It gets me. It hits me hard. All right? It hits me hard. Because like, guys, I mean, I know this. Like, and I told this to my VIP clients earlier today. I was like, man, I was like for real. I know what it's like, because my son, Kingston, 6 years old, he was in T-ball and soccer, had a game every single day. It was either practice, or it was a T-ball, or it was a soccer game. It's probably something literally almost every single day, maybe one day a week. Okay. I didn't feel like going to it whenever I was prepping. I hated it because I had no energy. All right. And I was restricting myself getting ready for a contest, right? For getting things dialed in. Spending 6 days in the gym, 50 minutes of cardio every single day, 12,000 steps a day. I didn't want to go to his ball games. I didn't want to take him to his ball games, but I still got my work done anyway. Still stayed on track anyways with my food. I didn't blame it on me going to my kids' games. I didn't do that. All right. I showed up anyways. Because as he gets older, I'm like, hey, son, because I got my picture of I got my trophies. Son, your dad won his pro card despite, while he's taking you to T-ball, while he was taking you to practice. Right? Because I want him to show them, like, you can overcome any obstacle, but it all comes back to how bad do you want it. It really does. And whenever you're making excuses, is that your desire to change isn't great. And that's okay. But don't kid yourself. Don't blame it. Just say, hey, I'm not in it. And be straight up with it. Don't say, well, you can't do it because of this, can't do it because of that. Right? Be honest with yourself and be straight up. I'm not willing to change. I'm not ready to change yet. It hasn't hit me hard enough yet. There's something in my life that hasn't happened that has wanted me or has caused me to have the desire to change. You may not be there yet, and that's okay. I hope you find that passion before it's too late. That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping you find the desire to change before you're stuck on medication for the rest of your life. I hope you find the desire to change now before you have to keep on visiting, you have health issues, and now you're laid up in a hospital bed. Now your kids have to take care of you because you didn't take care of yourself whenever they were younger, right? I hope you have the desire to change now, but again, before it's too late. But why not? I want you to think, because it can happen. We can't predict the future, but the one thing that I know that you can control is what you feed your body. You can't control that. And how you treat your body, if your body moves or not, you can control that. And maybe you're one of those individuals, well, Tyler, I can't move because of an injury. You can still do other things. Okay. You're not limited unless you're like literally where you're laying in the bed and you cannot move whatsoever. Okay. All right. Heal up and then we'll talk. But other than that, the ones that you can walk around and go to work every single day, and you have the power and you have the capabilities rather to get up and move around. You're not limited in a wheelchair or have any injuries or anything. You're able to actually move around, right? Those are the ones that I'm talking to. So with that being said, I hope you got some value out of today's episode, and I hope it inspires you. And again, please share this podcast with someone today. That's all I got for you in today's episode. Stay fit, stay strong. Coach T out. Peace.